going down, brother?
Hey, what's up? What's up, bro?
Yo, man, I'm just
Speaking on. Yeah.
shit. I'm just hanging in there, man. I was trying to play some music off of this track of yours.
Yeah.
Stop it real quick. Hold on. Brand new setup we're working with, man. Welcome back to the control room.
Hey, welcome
2B
back,
in the
y'all.
building.
Eyeball right here.
Eyeball. loyal guest, man. Loyal co-host, man.
All
Appreciate
right.
you
All right.
holding it
How you
down,
doing?
man.
I think we make some good points on things. So,
Man, we've been grinding, man. But welcome
and
to the brand new year.
right, 2021, we made it through.
Yeah, we gotta play some catch up real quick. It's
We survived
2021,
that
man.
shit. Yeah, it's been a minute, but we
Yeah,
survived it.
yeah. I don't think y'all seen us since Thanksgiving.
Right.
Uh, so happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year. And holy shit,
Right.
we done stepped in it now, ain't we?
We're off to a great start. What went down on the 6th is obviously we're living through history right now. A lot of people don't recognize. They just look at this stuff and they think of like, oh, shock and awe for the moment. And I'm like, nah.
Oh
Just
yeah,
around 100 years from now, this will be in the history books. You know what I'm saying? This what just happened will
yeah.
go down in infamy, like the Boston Tea Party, like any other, Civil War, anything else that's happened in this country that's major. That was
Oh yeah.
major. A lot of people don't realize that shit was major. You know
It
what
was
I'm saying?
beyond major, man. It's only been a little over a week ago. I'm
Right.
still like, I'm still numb to it. I'm still desensitized. I feel like um, I was sickened just like everybody else, man. I was
Right.
completely. I'm still in awe, and I'm still pissed off. So many emotions at once.
I was at the job at the time and I'm just grinding, doing my thing, and like someone, my manager, my store manager was like, you see this shit? You see what's
Yeah,
going on? I'm like, what are you talking about? Because I'm focused on what I'm doing. And,
right.
he showed me on the spot. He's like, these motherfuckers are storming the Capitol right now. So I
Yeah.
looked it up. I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right. Mhm.
That's
That
what
sounds
to
about
be.
right.
Sadly, what to be expected. I mean, there was all the warning signs.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was there. Um, I was pretty much just working and driving. I drive for a living, and I always have like the news playing. I jump from the local. I jump from what is it? Uh, what's the radio station? The national radio
NPR?
NPR News.
Yeah.
Yeah, I jumped from NPR News, um, which is also tied into our local station here as well. So it also does that. But then I jump from that and I go to my YouTube app and I play the audio in the background while I'm
Mm-hmm.
out here driving, and just listening.
Keep
I
mind on.
started the day out. Yeah, I started the day out without actually driving. I kind of clear my head, but I knew that particular day, January 6th, was going to be some drama. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't know how much, to what extent, but I knew something was about to go down. And I started the day way before everybody else by listening to, the whole speech. I listened to the entire speech from start to
Oh, you were
almost finish.
doing real time.
Yeah, I was watching the rally, and I just saw how fired up Trump was. He was like completely
Oh,
just
he's in
like
his zone. He was in his zone.
loose at the yeah he was loose he was loose cannon with the mouth. He didn't care what he was just getting the people amped like never before because this is pretty much the
That's what he does.
clinging on to dear life right now. Yeah, this
Yeah,
is it.
he's a hype man. He gets the crowd stirred up. That's what he does.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He really threw me for a loop. I was sitting there going, okay, he don't give a damn about what he says right now, as long as it's pretty much no holds barred.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody was charged up. All his supporters, his fan base, everybody was just
Oh,
they were ready to go.
you got a pack of loose dogs that are starving, and he's throwing red meat at them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly. Yeah, yeah, that's
you
exactly what happened. I think for I can't remember how long the speech was, but it's probably about I want to say about 45 minutes of what I caught of it,
Mm,
and then I, as I'm in and out working, then I'm listening to the whole crowd the what they would call a barricade, which is pretty much those little bike racks.
mm,
So all the mob
mm-hmm.
before it became a mob was just protesters peacefully, whatever you want to call it. But I was listening to
Right.
the reporter on the case, and she was just kind of like, I could hear the voice getting nervous, and just out of nowhere, I'm hearing from it goes from that like to 1,000 so fast that I'm hearing the reporter just freaking out, like there's blood on the ground, there's they're breaking through. The cops, some cops are waving them on. I'm sitting there going, okay, yeah, it's on now.
Mm,
Everything else that happens from here on out, I'm not going to even be surprised, and I
no,
wasn't.
no. It's going to be interesting come the 19th and the 20th, because the
Mm-hmm.
19th they have the option to actually vote in the Senate on impeachment. If they choose to, they might. Who knows? I've been
Right.
hearing a lot of stuff about other organized protests, armed protests,
Yeah.
going to almost every capital in the U.S. in all
Yeah.
50 states, right, including D.C. again. So obviously, if on inauguration day there's going to be too many people who are there for the inauguration for these
Right.
protesters to get in there, and unless and what's scary is they're going to have so much security, because they're going if you these people will sneak in there like they're part of the whole inauguration,
Yeah.
right? And somebody might
Right.
try to blast on that fool.
Yeah. Thank you for that like. Appreciate it. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Somebody
It's
might try to blast on that fool on
it's like
Biden.
a fortress right now. They got everything all locked up,
Yeah,
sewed
but
up.
don't mean that he can't have somebody undercover, incognito, just chilling in the crowd. Like, I don't
Right.
know if they have metal detectors. I don't know what they're gonna do, but you know what I'm saying. As many people they get packed in there, they're gonna
Yep.
put the bulletproof glass up. What's it gonna be? Because how they gonna stop these fools from infiltrating? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. It's way too much. I mean, it's overkill at this point, but actually, it's not.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Oh no, it ain't
I
overkill.
don't think they're going to try to repeat what they just did there.
You can't, because there'll be
Uh,
too many supporters of Biden there for the inauguration. They can't do that.
exact, exactly. And so I don't know, man. I can't really call it. I can't really call it. I know it's going to be an issue, no matter
So
how you look at it.
yeah, so
Thank you,
like
thank you.
yeah.
Go
See, it
ahead.
was like thank you, definitely. Um, so let's check this out, right? So
Hmm.
when they were there, 5 people died through that whole thing, right?
Yeah,
So including one police officer who got beat with a fire extinguisher, got hit upside the head with a fire extinguisher. He succumbed to his
yeah, I
injury.
remember that one. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So I don't ever want to hear a motherfucking thing from any of these people about Blue Lives Matter.
yeah,
Okay, y'all were coming at the police trying to kill them to get in to the Capitol and actually do something to Pelosi, Schumer, any politician you possibly. Pence, they turned on Pence. Trump turned them on Pence. So it's just me.
man.
Fucking
They turned on Pence like it
yeah.
was like I'm like Pence, man. Oh my God, they literally had a noose ready for him, and they were
Yeah,
going to use it.
and
They
we're
were going to
screaming,
use it.
hang Mike Pence, hang Mike Pence. Like, are you for real?
So
This
let's
was
break this down. Yeah,
mm,
so let's break this down, right? If you got, I agree with. Unfortunately, you're not going to like how I say this, but uh, hear me out.
all
I
right.
agree with
Lay
a
it
lot
on
of the
me.
people that are making excuses that there's a lot of different groups there. You know what I mean? And they were all just kind of coalescing and merging under one roof to, what I'm saying, do damage. But some of them were egging on others. But
Yeah,
I'm gonna pull up this one thing in a minute,
I
and
don't
it had to
disagree
do
with
with
that. I don't
right.
disagree. There were
Okay.
multiple groups who were there. There were you had your Proud Boy types out there. You had your
Right.
straight up militia type, and then you had some straight up white supremacists there. Then
Right.
you just had a lot of confused people who, for whatever reason, are brainwashed by this guy, who aren't
Mm-hmm.
affiliated with any of this stuff, but they feel some kind of way about it.
Yep.
No, there was multiple, but then they all got revved up, and it was like a powder keg. It was like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I mean, it's just like you have enough people there, and I can't imagine myself being. I'm not good around crowds to begin with. That's
Mm-hmm.
just my thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't. For reasons like this, like I want to know what the fuck's going on, and and
Something
who's
crazy
who.
popping off, and you stuck there.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
yeah. I want to know. I want to have a way out, easy to get to. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Call me a punk, call me whatever you want, but I'm calling it being safe and being smart and paying
Mm-hmm.
attention because I want to live that
Staying
nigga. I don't
alive
want
is
to.
what it is.
Yeah, I don't want to go call myself peaceful protest and then end up in a whole fucking
You
insurrection.
know,
You know.
somebody, we were doing our thing. They were like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Oh, I do. We're doing this podcast." And when the whole George Floyd thing was happening, right?
Yep.
And
Yep.
somebody was trying to call me out because they're like, "You go." So you went down to the protest? I was like, "Nah, man, I can't go down to no protest. I ain't never been to no protest. I ain't ever, I've been to a couple protests. I remember back in Denver when there was some extreme gang violence going on. We're like, yo, we're gonna march and protest in peace on this, like, you know what I'm saying? But with how volatile everything was, and they, so they were like, oh, you don't even believe in what you're talking about in the cause because you ain't actually putting action in there. I said, no, my actions is every
Yeah.
single day, and how I carry
Yeah.
myself and how I deal with everybody each and every single day. I got a 1-year-old daughter at home, man, and at the time she was 6 months. How
Right.
irresponsible would it be for me to go down there, get my dome split, and get fucking maced and possibly arrested because I want to protest? So everybody's got to do their own thing, you know what I'm saying? But for
Absolutely.
me, I ain't in no position to put myself out there like that. In the middle, they're flipping over cars, burning police cars. You know what I'm
Bro.
saying? I
And
can't
that's
put
my
myself.
thing. So
I'm not in a
and
position.
go ahead. Sorry.
I said I'm not in a position,
Mhm.
with a young child at home and a lot on the
Right.
line to go down there and do that. Now, if I was just single dude with, because I definitely felt strongly about what was happening, but you know, not everybody can do that. You know what I'm saying? But you
Yeah.
do, add to the cause each and every single day by the way you handle yourself, and how you present. And people don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? Every time I deal with
Indeed.
somebody, I'm
Mm-hmm.
I'm furthering the cause.
Yeah. 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 I mean, because the thing about it, like, I'm hunting down this particular video. I wasn't prepared for this because I was trying to do the new setup. I know excuses,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
excuses.
yeah. Like you good.
But I'm looking for this one where the actual cop or the whatever law enforcement guy this was at the Capitol,
Mm-hmm.
doing his job. One of the ones that got attacked here. Let's see if I can find. I found one of them, but not the one I'm looking for. There's how many died? Um,
5 people.
as far
And
as like the people that was law enforcement.
just one law enforcement, but a gang of them got injured. Obviously, I
Yeah, I
mean
thought it
that.
was two, but you're probably right. I just thought I
Maybe
heard
another
more
one
than one.
passed. I haven't heard about another one. I just heard about the one, but and
Yeah.
God bless him and his family. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I can't
Hmm.
hear from them about no Blue Lives Matter no more. Don't fucking talk to me about that. Don't talk to me about no All Lives Matter. Fuck
Right.
out of here with that shit. You know what I'm saying? You just killed a couple police officers, rolling up in there trying to kill Congress and senators
Yeah.
and vice
Yep.
president because your
Yeah.
boy fucking lost. Now, and I hear people say, "Oh well, well, they're not burning down a Wendy's. They're actually storming the Capitol. There's something to mean something." No, no. The reason why riots took place um, with the George Floyd thing, you killed a man on camera for the world
Right.
to see. The life sucked out of him. We said enough of this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
unfortunately, yeah, there was some collateral damage on some businesses and shit. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
enough of this shit. What
Absolutely.
are you what are you guys wilding out for? Because your boy lost? He fucking lost.
Yeah.
Okay? L was hung on him. Take that L.
Take
Take
it.
that L and keep it walking, man.
This is the sorest loser in history. in history.
Yeah.
I mean, so much so that he couldn't even do his own bidding. He couldn't walk up to the Capitol and talk this shit. So he put his minions on him.
Mm-hmm.
He put his minions straight on him.
Motherfuckers, man. Look at him.
You
Oh,
might
yeah.
even see in this one.
Oh, yeah. Hitting him with the flag.
Yeah, and some of them were hitting him with the actual Blue Lives Matter flag, and I'm like, you hitting
Mm-hmm.
a cop with a Blue Lives Matter flag?
Right.
This guy right here, let me put this one up. He's
Oh,
the
yeah.
one I wanted to listen to.
He was saying they tried to take his fucking gun and shoot him with it.
Oh yeah, this is him right here.
And suffered a minor heart attack on the scene.
Can you hear? Turn it up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hear it.
They were stripping my gear off of, off my vest. They stripped my badge off, my radio. Individuals in the crowd that tried to get my gun. At one point, people started chanting, "Kill him with his own gun."
That's what you're talking about right there.
Self-preservation kicked in. I remember thinking, I could kill some of these guys, but that would give them the justification that they were looking for, I think, to kill me.
He was practically foaming at the mouth. He was screaming and just grabbed my filter on my mask, started beating my head against the door frame and ripping it off as best he could. He also
and they squeezed this guy up against the door.
Riot baton from me and started beating me in the head with it. And I thought, this could be the end.
More than 300 are facing charges in relation.
So that's my point. It's like,
but look at these assholes. Look at these fucking cocksuckers here. You know what? The problem is they think they truly believe they're more American than you and me. And they have more rights than you and me, or deserve more than you and me. That's what it boils down to. They,
right.
That's
they right there. Yeah.
Yeah,
and
right.
That one with the horns. I don't see. I'm gonna go back real quick.
Oh yeah.
He Jacob and Jelly or whatever his name is. This guy here. Yeah, they
you got your 15 seconds. Congratulations, cocksucker.
Yeah, but they got him right, and apparently his mom is sitting there saying something about he he only eats organic food or something like that. And that's what their prosecutor is requesting.
Fuck out of here! You get
while he's locked up. Yeah,
he
gets physically sick if he doesn't eat organic food.
And he'll get sick. Fuck him. You get that same slop everybody else has to eat up in there. What the fuck are you talking about? You ain't special. That's the whole thing. These people think that they're special. Your boy Trump made them feel like they were special, like they were the chosen one. All I see is a bunch of fucking drunks and fucking bangers all revved up wanting to do damage. I don't see nothing peaceful. I don't see nothing special there. Oh, that mob you're showing, you tell me those are true patriots? They ain't fucking patriots. Come on, man. Fuck out of here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what they are? And she's nobody's favorite. She ain't my favorite. And it might have cost her bid at the presidency. But Hillary Clinton said, most Donald Trump supporters, all I see is baskins of deplorables. I'm sorry. You put that fucking scene up of all those people carrying Trump flags and then storming the Capitol? That is baskins of fucking deplorables right there. That's exactly, she hit the nail on the head.
Yeah. And that the other cop that he was saying that they took his gun and tried to shoot him. I don't have the time stamp queued up, but he was basically like, he broke it down. He was real simple. He said, man, because some people kind of pulled him away from them that was actually in the crowd, is what he was explaining, and they kind of got him away from the cats that was trying to tear him up with the or shoot him or whatever. And so he found, I think he cried, he kind of cried out to give them some sort of humility to the situation. So he said he cried out like, I got kids. You know what I'm saying? And
but why is it?
And they pulled him away. But this is what happened. He was like, he literally broke it down. He was like, man, for the people who saved me, thank you, but fuck you for being there. Really broke down too. I was like, man, I do not blame you.
So let me ask you something, because look what they were beating their cops down, right? They're putting it on the police. One of them, at least one of them died.
Yeah.
A gang of them got injured, right?
Right.
Where's this thin blue line? Where is this? Why aren't they on the hunt for them or feeling some kind of way about them like they did with Black Lives Matter or any other protest? Why aren't they gearing up for these motherfuckers the same way they did for us, right?
Right.
When George Floyd came out, they were all geared up, military, rolling out tanks, the whole fucking nine, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they put a few officers in harm's way by not even giving them the proper backup to fucking deal with the situation. You know what I'm saying?
Right on. Yeah. I'm just now getting with this new setup that some people had chimed in is basically checking out. I was just making sure the chat's working. But yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. We're on the same page. It's like the other thing that got me is that the actual politicians, some of the ones that still, not some of them, the majority of them, Republicans that still are in support of them.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, exactly.
It's like, okay, y'all really have enough excuses left in the tank for this?
Mm-hmm.
Like, here's one. If I can find this guy. Well, I'm gonna play some of these politicians here that's actually on this last bit of this segment here. Here we go. It's got the audio queued up here.
Suspended since last March due to COVID, raising the question, were they reconnaissance missions?
It seemed like innocent coincidence.
That's not where I'm going. Hold on.
Or
very aware that maybe there is some kind of tie there. We
away.
If
they're talking about when they gave them tours right before it. They gave some of
the day before the storm. I did hear about it. Yeah, I did.
You know, and so they just got all the information they needed to get as far as where to go. Now, there's one thing I want to pull up too, and I'll get to it, is that cop, the other cop who he basically, it looked like initially he was trying to only be concerned with his own life.
Mm-hmm.
This is when they were already on the inside of the Capitol, and they were they weren't. I mean, they were so orderly fashion in terms of, like, once they were in there, they were just strolling around. You know what I'm saying? Even when they had certain cops, they weren't like,
oh yeah,
they weren't as frantic and enraged as they were outside once they were able to get in there, which is strange to me. So it lets me know that the ones that got in, they had a mission. They were really, they knew they were either they were dumb and they just was just playing with people, but I think some of them knew where they wanted to go.
You ever have you ever see like a dog chasing a car?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Or when the car, when the car stops and the dog just kind of sits there.
Yeah.
And look at, because they don't know what the fuck to do. Once they got up in there, like, oh, we in here. What do we do now?
Yeah, it's like
let me put my feet up on her desk. Let me, hey, I guess someone defecated in the hallway. I'm like, okay.
So that's what I'm saying. Like there was part of the groups that they knew what they wanted to do. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, well, he came up in there looking to do something.
Yeah, so they didn't. The only information that was passed down was mostly just we coming to the Capitol in numbers, and the people used that to the ones that really had specific intent used that to their advantage.
So,
like, okay,
what did they think they were going to achieve? I mean, I think they were in there and they were actually looking to find a Pelosi or a Schumer or even a Pence.
So you got some that were going for bodies, going for their heads, but they were racist, and then you had some actually going for the actual physical votes that they were certifying. That the certified votes that were going to be counted.
They thought they were going to change somebody's vote at this point by threatening their life.
Now, beyond that, it's all speculation, but I'm thinking if they go after those physical votes, everything kind of gets delayed or reset in some way. You know what I mean? So,
what he took the L back on November 3rd, plain and simple.
Yep.
They did all the legal challenges. They had like over 60 something legal challenges that were denied, every single one of them, even by Trump appointed judges. Okay, said no, this isn't legal. No, you're not giving us any evidence. And their whole thing, I'm hearing the theme: stop the steal, stop the steal. Motherfucker, you goddamn right. Stop the steal. Y'all trying to steal the election that you lost. You trying to steal it even though you lost. Stop the steal. You're right. Go home. Stay home. You know what I'm saying? Hang your fucking head. Just like when Hillary lost by the slimmest of margins, much slimmer margin. We all just had to say, oh, well, fuck. Okay. Well, let's just see what this guy's going to do, right? We had no choice. It was like, oh, well, you know, let's see what happens. How bad can it get? And then we realized after a little bit just how bad the shit can get. But they all just need to fucking hang their heads and take that L. But now he's facing he's obviously been impeached twice, second impeachment, possibly gonna get prosecuted in the Senate so that he can't run it ever again, which he should. In my opinion, he needs criminal charges for stirring that shit up. Like, my dream scenario would be watching him hauled out either of his penthouse in Manhattan, out of Mar-a-Lago. If they get him out of, I wish it could be up out of the White House, but there ain't enough time for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Haul him out in cuffs. You know what I'm saying? And
well, you see what's going on now. He's planned a apparently planned a actual military send-off.
Planned one? You say he's planned a military send-off? To who?
Yeah.
For what?
We know it doesn't make any sense, but that to him, that's his way of.
I'm confused. I'm sorry. Okay, so when you say a military send-off, what do you mean? For like what? When he leaves a military send-off, or?
Yeah, when his exit from the White House, since he's not going to the inauguration as his last day to do it, in a more traditional and respectful manner, he's saying, I'm Trump, I'm doing it my way, and I'm going to have my own shindig to send me out of here.
Okay.
I'll pull it up. Yeah, it's madness. That's what he's on. That's what he's on.
Throw his shit out on the fucking lawn. Get the fuck out of here. You know?
I found it. Let me see. I'll play a little bit of it.
Yeah, go ahead.
He needs to get the hell out of here, man. He should have been gone. He should have never been here.
No shit. Oh, nice and tight. And get the fuck over. Your rugrat.
President Trump, meanwhile, was out of sight today, but this evening.
Yeah, I'm so enraged by this cat, man. It's like I go through a lot of different emotions with him. I go through just like, okay, yeah, whatever, dude. Really? You're gonna be that dumb about it? All right, then. So I go from every level of pissed, from level 1 to maximum, and I'm like, I get drained, man. I get drained, and I think this last little bit
draining in the sense that here's the deal. Like, no president has in my lifetime has ever taken up such airwaves as this motherfucker, and it's nonstop and constant, and he's continuously doing shit. So obviously, it's partially the sign of the times of where we're, the era in which we live with technology, with Twitter, with Facebook, with all this. So he's inundating your life continuously because he's on there continuously. He's constantly tweeting some dumb shit. Motherfucker is constantly saying some dumb shit, and it's getting aired out, on CNN. It's also the era of, news networks, major, cable news networks. So you turn on any cable news, boom, he's front and center constantly.
Front and center.
So he's literally invaded our lives, but it's partially because he chooses to. Even though Obama was president during some of this, technology, he just faded to the background on certain things. You don't need to hear from me right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We need to hear from you all day. Even at the height of Clinton's blowjob scandal,
right?
I did not hear from him or about him as much as I hear from about this guy in 1 week. You know what I'm saying? Like a week's time. You take the height of that of the Lewinsky scandal, and you take an average week of Trump, and Trump's is more noisier than that, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like what you said with Obama. He was like, if I promise you, if Obama had it his way, he'd be skipping out of there without any kind of like any sort of ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? After them 8 years, he was happy as hell to get up out of there.
Yeah,
because they gave him no. You know what I'm saying? They gave him such a hell of a fight, and I don't think Biden's ready for this, man. I think he's prepared in every way possible that he can be.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what I'm saying? He's got the perfect people that he's putting on there. So as far as his team, he's recruiting really good people.
He's going to do a better job. He's going to do a better. He's going to focus on the actual job of being a president, not a TV personality trying to do shock and awe. He's going to actually focus on the fucking job. You know, something that's been very quiet during this whole thing.
Yeah.
Last week we were averaging 4,000 deaths a day in Corona. 4,000 a day in the U.S. Right? 4,000
just last week.
That's a big number. That's bigger than more. It's more people dying a day, every day, that last week than died in 9/11. Okay.
Right.
There was only like 3,000 something 9/11. Not only, don't get me wrong, that's a big number. I'm just saying, comparative, that's 4,000 a fucking day. Okay, that's wartime number. You know, so he dropped the ball on Corona. Okay, he didn't put out any sort of game plan on how to protect us or how we should protect ourselves. He denied science on the whole thing. A lot of people have lost their lives. That has been shadowed by all this fucking nonsense and all this noise these fucking creeps are making, going to storming the White House for what? What do they think they're going to get out of this? That's the thing I don't understand. What do they think they're getting out of this with him?
Well, the minions, I guess if you want to look at it as is in the disorganized chaos of these minions, you got the ones who are just cool with strictly like, okay, getting their way. You know what I mean? There's no super agenda. Their way is simply like, our president is still in office, and we wouldn't have it any other way. And we feel like he's looking after us.
Like them.
But they don't have like a specific plan or agenda.
That motherfucker who had his feet up on Pelosi's desk. You think Trump will sit down and, have dinner with him and, let's share a glass of wine? You think motherfucker?
Yeah, the ones that have that audacity, because there's ones that were
in Trump power.
Yeah, because you got part of the groups that were falling back, like not falling back, but they were just following others' leads.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get to the ones who are really like pushing and breaking and trying to kill and steal and destroy, those are the ones who were really like, I'm on a mission. You know what I'm saying? That Jacob guy, he didn't really break through shit. You didn't see no scars on him. He was just he was easy to stand out, so you know what I'm saying, they pushed him to the front and shit.
He
was very vocal. But he wasn't one of the violent ones.
Mm-hmm.
He just happened to be, you know what I'm saying, look like a forefront type of guy, so they put him up in the front or whatever, let him get in there early.
Right.
But, you know what I'm saying, he fucked up when he started, no, it wasn't him that tried to sit in Pence's chair. But
I saw
he did some
up in there.
Yeah, man, they were jumping in people's offices, but some of the terrifying stuff was when you could actually see. Well, let me play this first, and then I'll play another clip, and then
go ahead.
Something else. But this is just when Trump's planning his send off here.
Mm-hmm.
Trump plans his exit. He's left it to Vice President Pence to act like the actual commander-in-chief, reviewing inauguration security plans and visiting troops at the Capitol.
Have a safe inauguration, and I just wanted to stop out today to say thank you.
Soon after he leaves D.C., Trump will find himself on trial in the Senate. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi hasn't yet decided when she'll deliver the article of impeachment that will trigger the start of the trial.
You'll be the first to know when we announce that we're going over there.
The impeachment trial could begin the same day as the inauguration. But Team Biden today insisted that won't stall their agenda.
We know how to multitask. That's what's going to be required.
As House Democrats prepare their case against the president, Speaker Pelosi today announced retired General Russell Honore will lead an immediate review of Capitol security, including whether any...
So, like, let me go back just a little bit here. 1 second.
The U.S. Capitol, President Trump is now planning an elaborate military-style send-off for himself on the morning of the inauguration. Sources
like an hour before
plans tell ABC News the president hopes to depart to the sounds of a military band, walking down a red carpet flanked by troops as he boards Air Force One for the last time. He's even talking about a flyover by Air Force fighter jets.
Yes, sir. Very good.
As Trump plans his
So,
exit,
that's what he's on.
That's what's insulting right there, because that's on taxpayer dime. And fuck him. You don't want to do the traditional thing and actually go to the inauguration because you're a baby and you lost and you can't take it. That's bullshit.
Right.
That's flat out bullshit right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We should not be paying for that. I do not want him to get no military send off. Fuck doing flyover fighter jets. Fuck all that.
Yeah. He's just flying in the face of people's, like, he has no dignity, no respect, no courtesy. It's always going to be about him. It'll never not be about him until the people really speak, and they've already done that. So it's just that it takes fucking forever for him to actually leave. Like, he should have been gone through everything he done. He should have never.
Yeah, and they were talking like, well, maybe we won't actually push forward the thing to the Senate because it's just going to cause his supporters to cause more violence, right? But I think that's bullshit too. You can't cower to these motherfuckers and say, oh well, if we do something, they're going to get even crazy. Fuck all that. There's consequences to your actions, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He stirred that shit up.
So that's the thing. Like, the dude said,
it's like a tire. You ever see a tire and you roll it, you start it, and you roll it and let it roll down the hill, and it kind of goes wherever it's going to go. You don't know where it's going to go, right? You don't know if it's going to go right or left, and then that tire, and then you see it heading towards something. You're like, oh shit,
too late.
It's about to bounce and go hit the side of that car. You set that wheel in motion by letting that shit go down the hill.
Yeah.
But there's consequences to your actions, man. They can't let it slide because he was sitting president. Anybody else would be under the jail. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Anybody else would be under the jail.
We already know. Anybody with any common sense knows whatever falls out of his mouth it's just him just saving his ass.
Mm-hmm.
He's on his feet with that. I gotta give it to him. He is very skilled with like, he doesn't mince words, but he knows exactly what he's saying and when he's saying it. You know what I mean? You catch him all the time.
He came out with a statement days later talking about there's no place for political violence, and if you are a person who does that, you do not support me. But you can read through the lines. There was no passion in it. He was just reading from a prompter because somebody told him you have to fucking say this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He didn't care about it. He didn't care. He didn't care that the officer died. He didn't care that his supporters died. He was happy as can be that that they stormed the Capitol. That he set them wheel in motion, and that's what fucking happened. He was happy about it. Plain and simple.
Oh, he was skipping, I'm sure. Doing that little. That one movie he likes to do.
That little movie,
yeah. I'm like, this motherfucker, man. I'm smiling, but I'm pissed off. This is how I'm expressing my anger right now.
No, I feel you.
That's why we didn't do our show any sooner, because if they caught me when this first happened, y'all probably have to ban me from just being around you. Period.
The consequences are coming one way or another, plain and simple. Not only for everything he's done while he's in office, there's a lot of stuff he did before he got in office that they still want him for in New York fraud, a lot of fraud charges. You know, and they run around him and his fucking, I don't know what the fuck she is, goddamn alien looking fucking wife. Okay, I'm sorry. You called her Snow Owl or some shit.
Yeah.
You know, her, fucking Icky Ivanka and Junkyard fucking Jared and goddamn Dumb and Dumber brothers. What was it, Eric and Donald Jr., Beavis and Butthead? They run around
to see them all go, man.
in the air like they're so much better than everybody.
Right.
You know, like they're such elitists or something. They ain't shit. Ain't shit. I'm sorry. The kids ain't cool. They're not the cool kids. Fuck out of here. I wouldn't want to hang out with none of them.
It's like
cuff them upside the back of the fucking head. Fuck out of here.
I can't. There's like a everything feels like a sitcom. Only time it got real for me, outside of the the riots and stuff like that. Only time it got really real because they don't ever really show you this stuff on TV. What people is actually faced with that are basically helpless. Just a second, I'm grabbing it for us right now. Just a minute. I have a slow internet connection, but it's coming together. One second here. Surprised it played that. But anyway, here you go. Put the audio up here. So this is the Senate floor.
Everybody stay down. Get down. Oh my God, they got fire on them.
And nobody has no idea what to do, really. All they can do is just sit there. There's no, nobody was prepared for this.
No, they weren't.
There's no, drill that they ever had.
Some of them were in the 70s, 80s, young fans. You got a few people that are younger, maybe 30s, 40s, but majority of them, they're going to be in their 50s, 60s, 70s, or 80s. They don't have a clue what to do with,
But I saw some familiar people. So you got the one lady, she's actually literally praying right here. The cops finally showed up in there.
That's praying.
Yeah, she praying hard right now, and that one lady, she kind of cracked me up a little bit. She's not playing around with that PPE right there, man. She's like, I'm not getting sick. I am not getting sick. I am not getting sick. She got that whole thing wrapped around her head.
Right.
Man, I don't blame you.
No.
I won't probably go that crazy with it, but I'm not mad at people who do. But just sitting there, just hunched in the corner, trying to figure out how to get out of this mess or when it's going to be over. Some people slept in there overnight because they didn't know how long they was going to be there, and just stayed there, even if it was all clear. They didn't. they didn't trust it. They was terrified.
Let me ask you. There's a screen that's right behind you.
Yeah.
Is that Vader out here?
Yeah, that's Vader.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
There you go. Yeah, I'm like, Vader over there. All right, cool.
Yeah, in front of the Death Star.
Yeah.
My little screenshot. I know you asked me if I'm into Star Wars. I mean, I dig it. I don't know all the lore, so you couldn't ask me. You couldn't give me trivia questions.
Right. No.
Man.
But it's going to be interesting. I hope nothing really goes down on the inauguration. I hope that we need to get this out of our system. They need to ban him from running again, plain and simple. And let's just close the chapter on this. When I was in school and growing up, and I'd be reading about Hitler and World War I and World War II and shit, and I just was like, how in the fuck did the world let this happen? How did people fall in line with this? Like, how could you go along with just straight murdering people, and you know what I'm saying, and extinguishing people? And now I get it. I hate to say it. I never understood it before, but now I get it. You get a guy who's charismatic, who's speaking to a certain group of people who feels like they're losing, okay? And they're willing to follow this man in order to get what they feel like is theirs or get what they feel like they deserve. And they'll do despicable things to get it, to do it. You know what I'm saying? You know, but for me, you know, I'm just praying every day. I got to get up and grind. In my mind, I can't focus on these idiots. This nonsense. It is aggravating, you know. But God has brought us too far. You know what I'm saying? We come from different beginnings,
we come from a different cloth. So I mean, even though I'm like shaken up about it, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't even know if shaking up's the right word. I'm just like, it's one of those just.
It's disturbing. It's
kind of eerie feeling.
It's eerie,
I'm not like,
because you feel like, when's the other shoe gonna drop? What these motherfuckers gonna do next?
See, I've gone through that actual set of emotions. I'm at a point where I'm like, I know they're going to do some stuff. We know they're going to do some stuff. And I'm not even anxious of what's going to happen next. I'm just kind of like, because I kind of felt that way. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of felt that way about it this whole year. I was like, well, I know it's going to be some drama. Don't know to what extent, but I've kind of mentally gotten myself in a place where I'm like, all right, whatever's going to come, it's going to come.
All those people in the Capitol that went down there, let me tell you something. They're a bunch of pussies. They're a bunch of pussies. Where were they when there was all the marches for Black Lives Matter? Since they feel some kind of way, right? Where were all these fucking people? Why didn't they come out? If they had a problem, why didn't they come on out and voice their opinion at that fucking point? Right?
Yep.
I mean, seriously, there was a couple counter protests here and there, but like, they act like they're itching for a fight. Why didn't they bring the fight? Since you know they felt like they're so you know what do you call
it?
Patriotic. They feel like they're being run down and things are being stolen from things. Okay, well that was your point to voice your opinion, to open up dialogue. Where were you? Sitting at home saying, oh, look at these niggers burning up the Wendy's. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what they're doing and complaining about it, not looking at the actual reasons why people took to the streets. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just black.
And that's what's so crazy. This is DC. We know the black population in DC is crazy. How many do you see? You might see a speck or two in this whole thing.
Oh yeah. There's a couple crazy.
The ones that drink the Kool-Aid, you know the ones that drink the Kool-Aid.
What's her name? Candace
Find
Owens.
a way to benefit from it. Yeah. They find ways to benefit from it, man. I got another topic I'm gonna address about that, because there's certain people I know are just milking it for it.
Oh yeah.
They don't believe in it. They just milking it because it's something.
They can find a way to get some money out of it.
Yeah, it's something to do. They can get paid out of it. And so that's why I'm saying this is a whole hodgepodge of.
Does this look like success to you? With what you're watching?
Yeah.
This doesn't look like
chaos.
This does not look like success. This looks like utter failure. And they are. They're a bunch of deplorables. Look at them. This was in the Capitol in the afternoon, right? And that means they've been tailgating and drinking all fucking morning. Okay.
And look at these cops. They don't. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what the fuck? Really, dog?
My understanding is that from inside they were trying to call for the National Guard, and the National Guard was delayed for several hours, and they couldn't get through.
It was too late. And
Nobody was authorizing National Guard to come back them up. What kind of bullshit is that? Now, where do you think that came?
He waited. That we already know. He waited to call.
You don't think your boy had something to do with that?
Yeah, he waited to make the call.
Well, no. Trump.
He literally waited. Yeah.
Well, no, he didn't make the call. Mike Pence made the call. There were people inside trying to make the call, and they weren't able to get through to the person who authorizes it.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't Trump. Pence had finally made the call and said, "Get the National Guard down here." What the hell?
Yeah.
But this isn't success. This is failure. They feel like they did something. They feel like they achieved something. This is failure. This is utter failure.
And so apparently coming up, and I also, because there's, condolences to the families who were affected that were not the cause of this.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that are defending their kids or whoever that decided that this was a good idea. To hell with them. You know what I'm saying? And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. But and I also started to show kind of like without showing condolences to the people who didn't get to see this year. You know what I'm saying? The people that or did get to see this year but didn't make it even to today. You know what I mean? It's just like it's so much going on. It's like a handful of things that can just tip in a whole different direction, and it's hanging on by a thread right now until this dude is gone, and so that we could like implement and get the right people in position to get a grip on what's going on.
Well, that's what they have to. There has to be accountability. They got to go after him. He's a cancer. They can't allow him to ever rise back to power. They got to go after him. They can't just let that shit ride. They can't let it go just because of this thing. And I don't care if he even goes and decides he's going to live in another country. I think he's a communist anyway, so he might as well leave the country. He is not a proud American or a patriot. He does not believe in democracy. Clearly don't believe in democracy because he fucking lost. And if he believed in democracy, he would just take that L and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying?
Moving.
But he's a communist.
Everybody before him, but no, he got to be Trump.
Right.
He got to be Trump. You know what I'm saying? He can't. If I ever saw 1 ounce like genuineness out of this guy, that'd probably be the day the world truly does come to the end.
Yeah, but we all take L's. I hate taking L's. I hate losing, but sometimes that's part of life. You can't win them all. That's part of life. Loss is part. You know what I do when I lose?
Right.
I learn from it. I fucking learn from it. When I lose, I learn from it. Like, okay.
And the whole world came to a stop, man. I mean, I know, suicide rates might have went up and everything, what I'm saying? Not discrediting that. But there is a good, probably half to majority of people who are like, they're keeping a grip on reality.
Mm-hmm.
They're not falling into these fringes and just deciding that this is my way out. This is my saving grace. Like, there's still too much to live for and fight for other than fighting each other. And they feel like they're being stripped away from something that doesn't even exist and something that they have partaken in. And like you said, you told me before, like everything's changing, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of things will always remain the same, but you know what I'm saying? As far as what's going on now, there's no going back.
No.
And the damage that they made made it way worse for them. You know what I mean? Because whether Trump was still in office, if he, you know what I'm saying, if somehow something got reversed and Trump got that extra 4 years out of it,
oh God,
the world is done with the bullshit. They cannot do this ever again.
No.
They can try, but it's gonna be. There's not. They think they can outnumber the goodwill of the world.
Mm-hmm. Good will always win over evil. Plain and simple.
Now,
positive will always.
It can turn out. I mean, this shit can evolve into some shit where literally, like, one of our closest allies would be like, "Look, okay, you need some military support. We got you."
Mm-hmm.
Just like how, you know what I'm saying, that the whole tables can flip right back and everything can go right back and implode on itself from this
I ain't
bullshit
worried
that they
about
call
that. I mean, if
themselves
it
doing.
really boiled down to it, and they were trying to start some sort of war or something, I mean, the other side got guns too. So let's just be realistic about it. So
Yeah. So I'm
that-
saying you got these so-called anarchists and people joining in on this. You know what I'm saying? You got the craziest conspiracy theorists involved in it. You got highly educated people that's involved in it. I'm talking about from whatever tax bracket, they're all here involved in this madness. But they still can't outnumber the goodwill of the world. I know that for a fact. You know what I'm saying? Time has proven that.
there is good people in this world, and not everybody's a sicko. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It looks like World War Z out there sometimes with these motherfuckers, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they got the nerve to fucking try to criticize us for being outraged for our own being killed for no reason whatsoever.
Right. No, I agree. No, but
yeah,
we'll see. We got a week. We might be reconvening on a whole different thing. But I can tell you what,
right.
When he won on, we didn't find out for what 3-4 days later because they didn't want to say the announcement. But when Biden won and it looked like Biden was winning, we were all pretty sure. It was a huge sigh of relief for me. Like, oh, thank God. Because another 4 more years stomaching another 4 years of this guy.
Now, if you could you imagine? What do you think would be the outcome of something like that?
4 more years of this dude?
Yeah.
I know we didn't.
I mean, we already know what he would do. I'm just saying, how do you think the world would progress or you know what I'm saying? What do you think would happen? Do you think we would just like evolve into straight?
The death rate would continue to grow. I think the death rate from corona will go down once Biden gets in and he starts actually getting people vaccinated at a more rapid rate.
Right.
Trump has not been good. He has not been good for. He's been terrible for race relations. Let's just be honest about it. He's been terrible for class relations. Like, people are less charitable with him. He pins one against another. So, the fellowship of brotherhood of man is gone with him because we don't feel like brothers no more because it's us versus them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With this guy in office, it's us versus them. It can't be us unified as the brotherhood of man. We're all in this together and we're all Americans and we got to take care of each other. No, it's us and them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So 4 more years, we probably would implode. I hate to say it, but it's true. You got it. He's a cancer. He's got to go.
Yeah. Well, he's gone. We know he's gone. I mean, he's not officially gone. You know what I'm saying? But he's gone.
This time next week, he won't be president. That's all I got to say. This time next week, he will not be president, and we can turn the fucking page. Now, what's going to happen in between that week? I don't know.
All right, one more question for you about it. Then, do you think, with him being stripped of not only his power that he currently has, but once he leaves office, well, actually not even once he leaves office, a lot of stuff has already been stripped of in terms of all the sponsors and support from all these.
Oh, nobody wants to do business. He's toxic. Nobody wants to do business with him.
Yeah, all these companies are just pulling out. New York has pulled out on him.
Oh, yeah.
In terms of, one, I can't remember where it was, one of the Trump towers that he has, what I think it was in Chicago. I think there was pushing to actually have the name removed from it, but they can't really do that because he owns it. You know what I mean? That's a whole nother whole other thing. But it's just like nobody wants to be bothered with him. Nobody. No, they're done with him.
He pushed it a little too far. He went just, you know what I'm saying? He went too far. I mean, people can get past the racism because, okay, well, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's how you feel. That's how you feel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People can get past the misogyny that he puts out there. The class warfare. But when you send an angry mob to go storm Capitol because you lost, no. People, he's gone too far. And then you got 5 bodies as a result. Those bodies are on him. He's got blood on his hands, man. I don't care how you chalk it up. He's got blood on his hands. That officer would still be alive today had he not sent that angry mob down there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. But he doesn't care.
No, he doesn't.
That's the cold-hearted part about it. He literally does not give a damn.
No.
I think I'm gonna try to close it out, guys. I wanted to just see how smoothly this new layout was gonna work. We're about an hour in on this show, but I do want to play like a slightly, just end on a slightly lighter tone, still on the same subject matter. Just this little clip from The Daily Show.
Okay.
This guy, Jordan Clapper, he basically he's one of those guys that he's like a reporter that kind of pulls the whole, what's the actor's name that is always spoofing people?
Sacha Baron Cohen?
Sasha, yeah, he's got this kind of thing where he always reports, goes and reports on current events as they're happening.
Mm-hmm.
And just like people just are the dumbest. But I'll just play it so you can see where I'm at with it, man. This shit is hilarious.
So you're not
and
military?
We'll just go ahead and end the show.
Why are you dressed like military?
I'm not. These are just clothes.
Is that camouflage?
It is.
But you're in an urban environment. Isn't that sort of the antithetical to camouflage?
I don't think so.
Are you looking to make an aggressive action right now?
No, I'm looking to make a statement.
What's your statement?
The election was stolen. We want free and fair elections. And if we can't have that in this country, we don't have anything.
So what do you plan on doing?
We're just going to see how it unfolds.
You'll see how it unfolds. All right. Good luck with the paintball tournament. Can I ask you some questions? What's your plan?
Look at this idiot.
What's your plan?
For what?
What are are you storming the Capitol?
No, I'm just going up for a ticket for somebody.
Is this the last stand?
I'd say it is.
This looks like the last stand. Are you afraid if you run out of batteries for the last stand that you'll be thwarted? Good luck. I hope you don't run into bumpy terrain or stairs. While Segway Stonewall Jackson is laughable on his child's scooter, the rioters brought real weapons and committed real atrocities. They attacked our democracy,
So I'm
our
gonna skip
police,
to the end here.
and even our cameraman.
Does that matter?
Oh, you're already there. Okay. Let's see. Are you able to hear this?
Yeah.
Trump's fake tough guy military are literally throwing themselves on the ground to perpetuate victimhood. If the Trump presidency is going to come to an end, this seems fitting. A show of aggression ending with a bunch of people screaming at a building without a working understanding of how democracy works. America 2021. Thunder, cannon, tear gas. Let's not wait to find out. In the end, the crowd didn't stop our democracy. Let's take heart in that. This shit-stained rebellion failed, as did my dry January.
Ridiculous, right?
Yeah. So, like I said, people are there and don't even know what they're doing there.
Yeah.
They're there
aimlessly following whoever else in front of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Craziness, man. But all right, brother.
All right.
We should definitely reconvene this next week. Hopefully we got more brighter stuff to talk about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let's keep our fingers crossed on that one.
Right.
We're
really
looking forward to some better days ahead here.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
So this has been the control room. We returning back. This is our test run. Things will get a little smoother as we go from here. All right. So we out of here, brother. Right on, bro.
All right.
Later.